Hey everyone, it's Matt. Today we're going to take a look at the Thinkware X700 Dashcam system. It is a front and rear camera system, both that record in 1080p. I have done front and rear camera systems before where the rear camera was in 720p, so I'm kind of excited to see what this one looks like if both are recording in 1080p. A couple other features here that this Dashcam system includes: full audio, super night vision through Sony technology. There's a GPS antenna that's about the size of a toonie, so you'll see that in the review video as well. And what that does is that enables a few different features. So it enables your coordinates. Your coordinates will show up in your video reviews. It'll also enable some safety features. So you'll be able to know if there are dangerous lane changes. You'll be able to know if there are red light cameras ahead, speed cameras ahead. And it'll also capture your speed while you're driving. So when you review your footage, you'll know how fast or how slow you were driving, and whether you were following the speed limit and whatnot. This is a really cool sounding system, so I'm going to unbox it and then I'm just going to set it up and we're going to go for a drive with it. Alright, so I took the opportunity just to pull plastic bags and other like side boxes and things out to make this easier. So let's start with this. This is the GPS antenna. So the GPS antenna plugs into the front camera. We've got customer service manuals as well as a quick start guide and warranty information. This is what the front camera looks like. As you can see, there's actually no buttons on it. So it's a 2.7-inch touchscreen and everything works directly through the touchscreen itself. These are some cable clips, so you'll see why we might need those later on. This is just a spare adhesive pad for the front mount. This is the front mount itself. And look at this. It runs on a micro SD card and it comes with a micro SD card. So one thing that I just wanted to mention is that in addition to this manual, I did read in the instructions that there's further information on a manual that's on the memory card itself. So I'll take a look at that before I install. And here is the rear camera. So included in this as well is a 6-meter cable that connects the front camera to the back camera as well as the chargers. I've actually taken those outside already, so I'm going to get started and do the installation. I probably won't spend too much time focusing on the installation itself because, like I said, it's literally plug and play with a couple things that just plug into the console here and there. And then in terms of sliding the micro SD card in, just make sure that you slide it in the right way. And here's your power and everything should be good to go from there. So the next time you see me I'll just be talking over some footage that exists. All right, I'm all set up here. As you can see, it's on. It's actually in a power save mode. So if I just tap the touchscreen here, it'll show that there's some continuous recording going on. I do have the rear camera uninstalled right now, and you normally hook it up from there. Now, this isn't really an ideal spot to install a dash camera. I'm just doing this for the purpose of review because I've got to remove everything afterwards. But I mean, this is the power source here. The cord's a couple meters long. As I mentioned at the beginning, the power cord running from the rear camera to the front camera is about 6 meters long. So basically, this is primed to hide wiring as best as you can. Typically, the recommendation is to put this as far away from your view as possible, which is usually up here, farther up at the top, and then hide the wires and feed wiring through. If that's what your preference is, this is definitely primed for it. This is the GPS module here as well, the GPS antenna. It's also on an adhesive backing, so you can stick this to your windshield or wherever you want to stick it. Again, I put the camera down here because this is just a temporary installation, and really I'm just interested in capturing footage to show you how this camera works. One thing I do want to mention is that the adhesive, a little less forgiving than some of the other adhesives I've used. So basically, once you've used it once, it's pretty well gone. So make sure that you test your cameras on how they work and where you want them placed before you actually do put them together. Put them on your vehicle permanently. Before I get started talking more about the camera itself, you should know that Thinkware's native MP4 codec isn't compatible with any of my video editing software, so I had to recode these videos for them to work here, but I don't think there's any quality loss. Whether you're recording day or night, the video you get is clear. Both cameras are equipped with advanced night vision powered by Sony, so you'll get clear 30 frame per second recording at 1080p from both cameras no matter the time of day. The camera actually runs in the widest temperature variety I've ever seen at -10 Celsius all the way up to 60 Celsius. One thing I should tell you is to preview how your rear camera works before you mount it. It's on a twisting mount and may have to be adjusted so that the filming orientation is correct. It is very possible to install the rear camera upside down. I did it for fun here just to show you what it'll look like if you install it upside down. As I mentioned before, the adhesives are fairly permanent, so if you mess it up, you have to bring your own solution to the next install mounting round. Here's a quick clip of what the rear camera looks like installed behind a tinted window. I just wanted to show that off in case you're kind of wavering between installing inside or outside, but this is what it looks like if you've got it installed inside your vehicle behind a tinted window. Since both cameras contain full audio, it picks up whatever is happening in your car and whatever is close enough outside. It means I can listen back to whatever odd conversation I'm having with my daughter on the way to school, for example. Have a listen. No, okay. Alright, because you said they were on vacation, right? During the unboxing, I showed you that this Dashcam comes with a 16 gig micro SD card. The camera automatically begins recording 1-minute continuous loops until it begins to overwrite itself. Since both cameras are recording in 1080p, it means that you'll only get around 2 hours of recording on that card before it begins to overwrite itself. There is a button on the playback dashboard that allows you to save videos as you wish so that they don't get lost. There is one thing I will call out here, and that's a surprising lack of mobile app support. A lot of Thinkware's other cameras have mobile support, so that's good. This one, however, does not, preferring for you to use its computer video viewer instead. The good news is that the viewer works pretty seamlessly with your computer and plays both that specific recording's front and back footage simultaneously. You also don't have to go looking around for it because you just have to plug that micro SD card into the adapter and then plug it into your computer, and then you can install the software from there since it's already contained on the card itself. The micro SD card comes out of the Dashcam easily, so nothing hidden for you to poke around through, and it comes with an adapter too, like I said, so you'll just need to invest in a card reader if you don't have one. Let's talk about some of those other safety features you crave in a Dashcam. The camera is outfitted with G sensors, meaning that it will begin recording immediately in the event of an incident. These are sensitive enough that it will sense unusual activity and begin to record, but smart enough so that it won't cry accident and begin recording, say, on bumpy roads or when you drive through construction zones. Made sure to test this a few times when I was driving around. There is a driver assist system which chimes and signals things like lane departures and possible collisions. One of the other really helpful features is that it can signal things ahead on the road, like red light cameras. Here's an example of how it alerts you while you're on the road.
Red light camera in 100 meters.
There are parking assist features if you hardwire your camera to the fuse box. The hardwire kit is sold separately, but Best Buy does carry it, and it's pretty inexpensive. When the vehicle is hardwired, it monitors at decreased power and frame rate so that it doesn't drain your battery. It's just a really well thought out feature. So overall, I'm pretty satisfied with the ease of this Dashcam through both installation and use. Thinkware's really thought through its users' needs with this camera. The lack of mobile support aside, it's a pretty good bang for your buck, and it contains a lot of amazing features I've never seen before. Definitely recommend this to anyone. And that's a look at the Thinkware X700 Dashcam, now available at Best Buy and bestbuy.ca. If you'd like the hardwired kit, that's also available in store or online. Thanks for watching. Please like this video if you did like it, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing tech reviews just like this one. We'll see you next time.